Hey guys, before we get into it, make sure you go check out part 1 on Matthew's channel. Link will be in the description below. This is part 2, so make sure you go check out his first.
Check out part 1 first.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
He'll listen to you.
Yeah, he trusts him.
That would be a first.
First, good or bad, they're always.
Grogu,
Like you're.
take the stone. You see? Told you he's stubborn.
Did he pick it up? No. Oh, he's gonna pick up the pebble. The.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was gonna come back into play for sure. The knob.
Yeah.
Take your toy.
Come on.
He's
Good job, kid.
like a dad. He's looking at the bond.
I knew you. You've seen what he can do.
His attachment to you makes him vulnerable to his fears.
Yeah, the Jedi way.
Yeah.
Train him.
No. I've seen what such feelings can do to a fully trained Jedi Knight.
Yep.
Yeah. But that's also.
Start this child down that path.
But that's also your fear too, Ahsoka.
That's very true.
Abilities fade.
If you see to it that Grogu is properly trained.
Yeah, because he wants to keep his end of the deal.
Yeah.
He cannot move on unless he does his mission.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing with Mando. That's what I'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
50 blaster rifles, 2 HK-87, a Mandalorian and a Jedi.
Basically.
They'll never see it coming.
Yeah. Two! Greasy money! Greasy money! Ooh! Tag, Ahsoka!
Man, she still
Not
got
so.
it.
Woo!
She still got it, yo.
Of course, she still got it. I like that the lightsaber has no effect on the Beskar.
Yeah.
Which shows how the Mandalorians are able to fight the Jedi
Yep.
for so long. You just walk up in there like,
Ooh.
hello, it's me.
Kind of feels like a Western.
Yeah, it does. Or like an old samurai movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this reminds me so much of the obviously the Akira Kurosawa movies. His movies are just so influenced. They're just so used in all of Star Wars, and I just love it. Look at this old samurai standoff right here. That's what this reminds me of.
Yeah, this is dope.
I'm watching an old samurai movie. You know what would have been better though? If this scene was completely no music. And just the natural sounds and stuff. That would have made it so much better, but I still love it.
Yeah. It's very subtle music, though.
Okay. It's all part of the plan.
Kill her.
Love to.
You wish.
You can try.
You really wish.
Nice, nice. I love seeing her clear sabers, man. Oh no. No. Oh, he's gonna do something.
Shoot.
Oh wow, he's a hero in the making.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was gonna help them. Wow. Yeah, he had enough. Tired of it.
I don't blame him.
Ooh! Oh, that was a that was a flexing shot.
Yeah,
She's
right?
at the flex real quick.
You saw the smirk on her face?
Yeah, look how
yo?
slow she pulled it out. This just shows that also you can control the lightsabers. Its speed when it ignites. Love it. I mean, we already knew that, but I just like that they're showing it off.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Nice. Ooh.
Damn.
Tag.
Get up there.
Bro, she dealt with hella droids in Clone Wars. She ain't worried
Yeah,
about
right?
y'all.
Hella droids. Mad droids. Y'all ain't nothing. Ah, these shots, man. Honestly, y'all really just flexing on us today.
Man.
These shots, man.
When she's going after the magistrate.
Oh, they're gonna fight. Because she has that Beskar javelin.
Yep.
And it could withstand the saber. Well, they about to scrap. I gotta see this.
Yo, I just love that she's just like standing some places. It's just like her whole demeanor is just the calm essence. I love it.
Welcome to Scrapsville. Yeah. This is such... Yes, the silence that I was talking about. Oh, I see that Akira Kurosawa stuff moves, man. That's the silence I was talking about. They did it. I love it.
That's what you were waiting for.
Yes.
Yeah, it does make it so much more intense.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a nice sound.
Oh my god, it's the best thing ever, man.
You're about to cry.
I'm gonna cry, honestly.
You're wearing the samurai one today, too.
Yeah, I'm wearing the Samurai Mando shirt, too.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Come on. You're Anakin Skywalker's Padawan. I wonder who the master is, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's the master? That's what I need to know. Nice.
I do like that they keep having her flip and everything, too, because that's very Ahsoka.
That's far.
It's okay. I ain't worried about it.
Nah.
I ain't worried about it. Who's her master that she... there, her famous...
There it is.
Her famous stance. Honestly, who was her master that, like, she's able to keep up with Ahsoka?
Yeah, right?
That's what I want to know.
Ahsoka, man.
Nice.
There you go.
Disarmed. Take the L. Let's go home.
Looks like you win.
Yeah.
Yep.
This guy really thought he was doing something. Honestly, like, this guy really thought he was about to roll up in here and do something.
Like, come on now.
Come on, bro. We wouldn't have went through the best car anyway. He quick with the draw.
Where is your master?
And who is you?
Where is
Grand Admiral Thrawn! I was about to mention his name. I was about to mention my guy's name.
Ooh.
I figured it was Thrawn. Holy crap.
Ooh.
I can't go into that.
I just met him.
Belongs with the Mandalorian.
Man, is he gonna use
Man.
Beskar Javelin now? Man.
That's gonna be
Grand
sick.
Admiral Thrawn, man. My heart can't take it, bro. I really can't take it. Or was he the original, like, leader of this area? Maybe. I cannot discuss the reasons why she's looking for Thrawn because you are watching Rebels, and I'm so upset that I can't talk about it.
Sorry.
I literally can't discuss it. It's a major spoiler.
Wake up, buddy.
Sorry.
It's time to say goodbye.
Aww.
Wonder if we'll end up visiting him again and have little lightsabers.
Yeah.
Father to him.
She's gonna convince him to stay with her. He respects you, though.
Go to the planet Tython.
Hmm.
There you will find the ancient ruins of a temple that has
Okay.
a strong connection to the Force.
Damn.
I mean, I feel like I want to cry.
I know. Damn.
Dave Filoni.
Ah, man. Ah.
You can always count on Dave. Always count on him. Wow.
Wow. That was something.
I'm amazed.
That was something. Wow.
I'm extremely amazed.
I want to start with this real quick because, guys, look how much doggone notes I took. I took a lot. I want to start by saying this. I wanted to mention my boy, my favorite villain in the Star Wars stories is Grand Admiral Thrawn. I love Admiral Thrawn. I fell in love with Thrawn ever since Clone Wars. And
Rebels.
I'm sorry, Rebels, my bad. And the books are really good. I have to finish reading them. And there's reasons that I cannot discuss the possible theories and the reasons why and stuff like that, why he left, or why Ahsoka is looking for Thrawn, and because that was already a bit of a risk for you anyway.
Yeah, I just met Thrawn.
She just met Thrawn in Rebels.
Just like the first episode, so.
Yeah, so I cannot discuss it, and I won't, just because I don't want to spoil the rest of Rebels for her, because I want her to see why. When you finish season 4, then we can return to this episode and talk about it. But we can't talk about it now. So unfortunately, I'm gonna just have to leave that as that. I'm just happy that we got a name drop on Admiral Thrawn. Yeah. And thanks. So I don't know. This is since we don't know which part is which yet. Did you have anything you wanted to talk about first, or you just wanted to start with what I have?
We'll just go off of what it was. Like, I didn't see any of the notes you took, so a lot of the points I was gonna make are probably what you were gonna say anyways.
Okay. Well, first of all, I wrote like little things down. Yeah. Those guys, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but they look like the guys that were like robbing that area on Tatooine. I could be wrong though. Remember when the Empire fell and with Cobb Vanth is his name, when he was there, and they had that stuff, and like the people were coming to like infiltrate. It kind of looked like them, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
like
we can go back and check.
I can just check real quick. I want to confirm my suspicion.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go to that scene.
Yeah,
I don't want to just say that and sound stupid. I'm gonna just skip to that scene real quick. Where's the scene where he like blew them up? Was that like here, like this flashback? Let me see.
Yeah,
it was here, right?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Never mind.
It's a similar look, but it's not.
Yeah, no, never mind, guys. Sorry, it's not even them, so I can cross that off. Okay, I thought it was them, but it's not them. Okay.
So completely different.
Yeah, another minor thing that I wanted to talk about, it was so cool, was in the intro when Ahsoka started fighting, and she chopped the tree, and it just fell right back down into place and like sealed itself back up.
Yeah.
Like it's a little thing. But it's the little things that matter.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's the small details.
Exactly. Now, I just thought that was really cool, just because, like, it was still hot, so by the time... Well, it will burn, technically. It wouldn't really connect together. It's not metal, but it might burn. But, like, she cuts it, and the tree just lands back in the same spot. I just thought that was really cool. That was just a minor thing that I wanted to bring up. The intro was off to a bang.
Yeah, I didn't expect her to come in that early.
No, like the first 3 minutes?
Not even the first 3 minutes, like the first minute. Like, I was expecting maybe 10 minutes or so into the episode. I thought it would like open with Mando and all of that, but it was like straight out the gate. It's like, hey, I'm here. Like, get at me.
As soon as I saw those white sabers, it was a wrap. Yeah. It was a wrap, man. It was a wrap. Yeah. Oh, man. I'm so happy right now with how this turned out.
That was an amazing episode.
It was really great.
It was definitely my favorite out of all of season 2.
Yes. This is my favorite episode. My top 2 episodes right now. This one being number 1, and number 2 with Bo-Katan.
Yes.
Because up until this point, Bo-Katan was the best episode.
Yeah.
And what I liked was, this was an Ahsoka-heavy episode, but it's still kind of focused. It was a very pivotal point for Mando.
Oh, for sure.
Because some people are going to be like, oh man, I'm afraid of the direction that the show is going in, because it's going to focus less on Mando. I get that fear, but this is a very pivotal point for Mando, because he he learned so much,
Yeah,
including us too.
Yeah, he didn't really know much about the Force.
Exactly, the Force, the Jedi,
Yeah, he was
Coruscant, the temple.
When Ahsoka was talking about the Force, he was like, "You mean his powers?"
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't even know like what the Force was.
Exactly. Like, and there was a major like educational moment for him and a major development with his character. So now he's going to the planet Tython to a Jedi temple.
Yeah.
To go
so that's gonna be even more pivotal for
exactly.
him too.
And it's also I mean, some people say, "Oh man, I really wish that it wasn't so much focused on like, Jedi, and they're always bringing the Jedi in it, and they're always thinking."
I don't have a problem with the Jedi. I don't. I just think I think people are more focusing on the fact that it was at the Skywalkers. Like, this is separate from that. This is a separate story.
But the thing is, Ahsoka, the fact that Ahsoka is there, it is connecting it to the Skywalkers in a way. It is.
But
that's
it's
just what
not
it is.
like, this isn't about the Skywalkers.
No, it's not
It's completely separate. Just, Ahsoka is more for the fans, I feel.
Yeah, that was just fan service, I think.
It's like, I don't think she's going to be a constant in the show.
No.
I don't think she's going to train him. But I think, she might be there as like a guide.
Maybe. We might see her again because there's this big fight with Moff Gideon.
That's very true.
Coming up at the end.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to see my boy Thrawn. Oh my lord. If we see a live action Thrawn, I will like lose my mind.
Yes, you will like pee yourself.
I will, bro. Like,
I love you some Thrawn.
I will lose my mind, dude. Like, the thing is, another concern people had was like, because what the great thing about season 1 was that it was purely about this guy who doesn't know anything about the Force and has no connection to the Force. He's just this Mandalorian. He's a bounty hunter. Yeah. That's just what he is. And I feel like people enjoyed that aspect of it, and I certainly did. But the fact that you're connecting it to the Force and the Jedi temples and yada yada, some people may not like that. I don't have an issue with it just because I love the Force, I love the Jedi, and I love the Mandalorian. I feel like the Force is the biggest part of Star Wars. And yes, I know a lot of us want to see, and a lot of people want to see stories that have nothing to do with the Force and nothing to do with just everyday people. But I feel and that's fine.
I feel like in a way, since the Force is everything, it's always going to relate back.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. Like
it's not. It's sorry. I didn't
no. You're fine. No, go ahead.
It's not just going to be a story about like normal people. Like, there's always going to be something, whether it's a bounty hunter or whatever. There's always going to be some connection to the Force.
Yeah, the Force is always going to be mentioned. There's always going to be something, like if you read the book, The Force Collector, right? This is a sequel book, to correlate with the sequel trilogy, right? If you read the Force Collector, you'll hear them saying stories like, "Oh, my grandmother wasn't a Jedi, but she always heard stories about the Force." Yeah. And they called it different things, like in obviously Rebels, the Ashla. Yeah. Right? And then you got introduced to the Bendu. Yes. Right? So, and obviously in the Ahsoka book, her name was Ashla. So she named herself the Force. But they call it different things.
Which I did think was very cool.
It was very cool. Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, it's like, the Force is always going to be mentioned. But anyway, so let me go through some more of this thing. What I wanted to also talk about, too, is that we noticed, too, in the last episode, not Baby Yoda, but Grogu. Yes. Is such a cute name.
Now we have a name.
Now we have a name. It's no longer, they can stop branding it as the child now. They can now call him Grogu. And we're gonna get to talk about him in a second. But we noticed that he was using a lot more of the Force recently. Yes. Like
last episode with the cookies.
With the over expensive $50 macaroons that they're selling online.
And they probably taste like cardboard.
They probably taste pretty good, to be honest, but it's just overpriced. $50 for macaroons? Come on, man.
I mean, by the time they get to you, they're probably going to taste not great anymore.
I feel like ordering it just to see. The city design, the set design. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. Just the shots and the kind of rusticy, kind of melancholy type of look that it had. Yeah. In the beginning and throughout the episode, and we saw that it kind of changed at the end. This is a major thing.
Definitely more upbeat. And
exactly.
Now, in the, like you said before, I wonder if he was the guy at the end. He didn't get a name or anything, but I wonder if he was like mayor or something of the
Yeah,
town,
or governor or something, you know.
or if they just like branded it to him because he helped Mando.
Yeah.
And like they feel like, okay, well, this is obviously a good leader now.
The magistrate. I wonder if he was the previous magistrate. That's the thing. That's the right one. This is a minor thing, but it was just interesting to see how they just had the prisoners hung up with the electricity.
Yeah, I
man.
mean, I think
cool technology, but bad, but terrible cruelty.
Well, obviously, yeah, but I feel like that really brought something to the town. Like, it's obviously showing that, this is not a good person. This is
exactly
not a good place to live. These people are stuck here. And then obviously relates back to Thrawn, which I don't know much about him, but obviously he's like a big bad. So so I guess,
girl, wait till you find out. Wait till you learn about Thrawn.
Yeah.
Wait till you learn about Thrawn. Thrawn is the guy.
I only watched one episode where Thrawn was in, but I know that he is very smart and he's very.
It's one of the reasons why I love Thrawn is just his strategic prowess, man. Like he is a definition of calm, cool, calm, and collected. That's literally the best way to describe him. Another thing I wanted to mention was I love the Japanese influence, and I'll get more into that.
For sure, yeah.
Especially the Kurosawa films. I'll get back into it because Kurosawa was very prominent in the influence of Star Wars. We've seen it throughout. A New Hope was based on his movie, and one of his movies, and the episode that I always talk about with Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yes, in season one. Was literally like their version of Seven Samurai. Yeah.
The farmers, and they hire the samurais to come and liberate their farm village from the raiders and the prisoners. I mean, the bandits and stuff. So that was literally a direct inspiration of Seven Samurai, and. So I just thought that was really cool, and we'll get more to the Kurosawa stuff. But I love how the magistrate house, like how her house looked.
Yeah, it was
very kind of sci-fi Japanese type of vibe. That's what I got from it. It reminded me of like a sacred temple of the daimos and the people who like basically. Okay, so I won't really get too much into it, but like. The samurais worked for like very powerful people and powerful clans and stuff like that. So it kind of just reminded me of like one of their estates. Yeah,
because I did like the fact that on the outside, like before you go into like the magistrates section, it had like the subtle details of like a Japanese influence. And then once you go in, it feels like you're in a whole different world. It's like obviously like the Japanese style, but it's like you're walking into Disneyland or something.
Right? Right, kind of, right? And like I said, guys, if it's some type of other Asian influence, just let me know in the comments. I'm not too prominent in my knowledge about Asian designs and stuff like that. But to me, based on what I have seen, it looked like a lot of Japanese influence within the design of the home. So if there's anything that I said incorrectly, just please let me know. You don't gotta be catty about it, but just teach me if I'm saying something wrong, inform me. Yeah. But anyways, so the pure Beskar javelin was great. Yes. Seeing that, and
I wonder how she got it.
Freaking Thrawn,
How did Thrawn get it?
I can't talk about it.
Okay.
Literally, there's so much I want to talk about.
Do you want me to leave the room?
No, because I have so many questions. Okay, all I will say is I have so many questions about Thrawn based on how Rebels ended. Okay. I got so many questions about that. So I will say.
Man, this is going to be interesting for people who have never seen Clone Wars or Rebels.
Right? Y'all watch it. The Force Owl.
Yes, that was a very nice detail. The Lothcat, too.
The Lothcat, too. Yep.
I love that they bring back those creatures that are very prominent to the characters.
Exactly. Like
obviously that's Ahsoka's thing, and the Lothcat with Rebels, and
something else in Rebels too that happens. I can talk about with the Force Owl. I'm pretty sure it has a name, and I keep calling it the wrong thing. Hold on, let me just double check. I feel like it has a name that I should know. I feel like it has a name. Morai. There we go.
Yeah.
From Convor. Yep, Morai. Yep, the Force daughter. Morai, maybe. The Force, the daughter, the Force Owl. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it was cool seeing that little. It looked like the Force Owl though, sitting on the tree.
It definitely had to be.
The moonshot, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The shots in this were so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact, like, it's just so subtle. It's not like, it's just like the far shot. And it's just like, it's screenshot worthy. It's like background.
So many screenshots, and I'm changing all my backgrounds on my PC. I got 3 monitors, and all 3 of them are going to have a nice shot from this episode. Because next episode or next reaction, I'm changing the background to one of those shots in this episode, for sure.
It was definitely so beautiful.
It was amazing.
It was great.
I loved it. The shot with the moon, and she's just sitting down there, like, holding Grogu and, like, looking at him and having that big moon in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it was great. But it was abruptly, like, disrupted with Mando pacing back and forth.
But it's fine.
Yep. We already talked about Grogu.
Yeah.
And the name, but the cool stuff is that we got a lot of information about him, which was that he was in the Jedi Temple.
Yes,
he was trained, and then when the Clone Wars started, they hid him.
No, it was after the Clone Wars.
After the Clone Wars started, they hid him.
Yes.
So I wonder why. Well, obviously I don't wonder why, but like.
So I wonder how who he was taken by, how he was staying hidden.
Gideon, maybe.
Possibly, but I feel like because this is obviously after the fall of the Empire.
But Gideon is pretty old, so we don't know if
he is.
You know,
but I'm just like.
But he was taken before the fall of the Empire too.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if was he taken again? Like, was he taken after the Clone Wars and then...
Yeah, like how many hands was he passed through?
Exactly.
Yeah. So we learned that he was stolen, and we learned that he lost his memory, and memory started going dark. Mm-hmm. So I wonder how much he knows, like, training-wise.
Well, obviously he's, like, 50.
Yeah.
So he obviously had to be taken as a youngling.
Yeah, Yoda must have been training him for all these years, too.
Yeah.
So he probably really, like, with it.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest.
But he lost all of his memory, so
and
he doesn't really
and it shows
remember.
that he's intelligent too. He's actually, we call him a baby, but like he's really intelligent because like he specifically knew to hide his abilities
right
over the years so that they don't find him.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So that was actually very, very, very smart. And we say a baby, but he's very old. Mm-hmm. So, you know, so it was really cool to get some of that background that Ahsoka was able to like communicate with him. And like the fact that I'm even seeing Ahsoka in a live action, right? Like it just solidifies everything and my love for Ahsoka.
Yes, this is definitely what 2020 needed.
This is what 2020 needed. And like Ahsoka, can we just talk about Ahsoka real quick before I get to the rest of my notes? That should have been the first thing we talked about. But Ahsoka, man, her design was on point.
It was amazing. I like the details on her thing.
The Montrals.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they were not perfect and that you could see that they were, you know, they've been through some stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like.
The only thing is, and obviously, I mean, well, I won't make it a big deal because design choices are left up to the designer. Yeah. Because, and obviously in the Clone Wars, and the Montrals technically grow the older you get, and she can live longer than the average human. Yeah. So they normally grow because if you look at like Shakti's, you remember her Shakti was like all the way down there. So
yeah, I felt like hers were a little bit too short.
I felt like her Montrals were a little bit shorter than I'm used to seeing them.
I felt like they were longer in Rebels.
They were longer in Rebels.
So I feel like they should have done it longer.
But that's kind of why I wanted to mention the design choicing because that could have just been a design choice from the Rebels, character designers.
Or if they were just going based off of Clone Wars. Because that's where most people know her from.
Or maybe just, live action Ahsoka just has different length, And I feel like it's both a big deal, but not really a big deal just because it's a design choice. I'm just glad that she looked like Ahsoka. Yes. I really don't have that much gripes at all, to be honest, just because I'm just glad that we got her and that she looked like her. Yeah. And like the skin was perfect. Her face markings are perfect. They even gave her the blue eyes. You can really see it perfectly, but like Ahsoka has blue eyes. And that was one of the questions I had.
Yes, that was like one of your main concerns.
Yeah, like I wonder if they were going to give her the blue eyes or they're just going to leave us like her looking like that. So they gave
Yeah.
her the eyes. So that made me happy.
No, Rosario was definitely a very good fan cast and very good, she made the role.
Yes, she did make the role.
She did a very good job.
She did
Even
make the
like
role.
her voice and like her mannerisms were very Ahsoka.
Very Ahsoka. Like I could see, like I said, I love Ashley Eckstein. Love Ashley. She's amazing. She is still Ahsoka to me.
Yeah, she will always be Ahsoka.
She will always be Ahsoka to me. But I will have to commend Rosario for her performance of Ahsoka. Like my favorite Jedi.
Yeah. I feel like if Ashley did look more like Ahsoka, then they would have obviously used her. But Rosario looks like Ahsoka.
Yeah, Rosario has more of Ahsoka's features. If you look at Clone Wars Ahsoka and you look at Rosario, you can see like the features are very similar. The big eyes, the thick lips and stuff like that, a little broader nose, the face shape, the cheekbones, jawline, the chin, like all the details were there.
Yes, for sure.
And she looked gorgeous. She looked amazing. She looked like an older Ahsoka, and I loved it. That was awesome. Like he saw us freaking out. Like
oh yeah, for
like,
sure.
Like y'all saw us.
That was
like,
amazing.
It was really great. We already talked about Mando's major development already, so I won't really go for that. I just love that Mando had. We see the theme throughout the season that Mando has this loyalty to his code.
Yes,
and to like he makes a promise, he want to keep it. He wants to keep it as much as he can. The only time I think the only time he really broke that code was when he was hunting Baby Yoda and he didn't want to deliver it. But it's also part of his code to rescue foundlings that are in danger.
Yep.
So
he did, but he didn't at the same time.
Exactly. But I just love that he kind of made it, it was a thing that's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like Ahsoka says all that stuff and he's like, okay, and my goal is to deliver this child to you.
You are going to take him.
You're going to take him and set me free. Nah, but speaking of that too, that fight with Ahsoka and Mando in the beginning, that was when I think that's the first time we saw that a saber can't cut through Beskar.
Yes.
That's amazing.
I don't remember ever seeing that in Clone Wars.
No, I don't ever remember seeing that at all.
Yeah, so that was a cool detail.
That was a very cool I don't remember seeing it. If I missed it, let us know.
Yeah, and it makes sense too, because obviously they were at odds with the Jedi, so it makes sense that they would make armor that the Jedi could not pierce.
Yeah. Like, how strong? Because, like, it's Beskar. Because, like, Beskar... Okay, the lightsaber up until now was one of the most powerful weapons, and still is one of the most powerful weapons anyone can wield. Because not anyone can hold a lightsaber. Not anyone can. You have to actually train.
I mean, you can hold it.
You can hold it, but you can't use it. Not everyone can use it masterfully like that. You have to train.
That's another issue I have with the sequels, but we won't get into that.
Oh, with Rey.
Yeah.
Using the lightsabers and stuff. Yeah.
But we're not gonna.
No, but there is. We won't get deep into it, but there is actually a caveat though. There is a loophole though. Rey didn't masterfully use a lightsaber.
That's very true.
She was like swinging and flying and like kind of like right?
She was using it like her staff. Yeah.
She wasn't trained with that thing. She
fair.
couldn't wield that saber like Anakin or Obi-Wan or Ahsoka. Even Kylo.
That's another thing I feel.
Kylo was trained.
That's another thing I feel though. People don't use lightsabers like they used to. No. But then, like Ahsoka does.
But think about it though. Well, what you gotta remember is, in the original trilogy, obviously the fight choreography wasn't like as amazing as the prequels. But in the prequels, they wanted to make it really flashy and they wanted to do something different. So George Lucas wanted to try different stuff and kind of make it more entertaining for fans to watch. So that's how they ended up start doing all those flippity flips and doing the Annie-Obis and all that stuff. Yep. Right? But and which carried on into obviously the Clone Wars and into Rebels and stuff. But and obviously you can get away with a lot more in animation. Right. But I feel like it was deliberate to show that Rey could not use a lightsaber like that. Because even when we saw Luke, when he was sort of training her, right, he was using it with grace and mastery. Right. So, and even when he was kind of doing that face-off with Kylo, even though I have my issues with that movie, they didn't really fight, but he was still wielding it, right? Yeah. So, and we also saw when he was training Leia in that flashback in Rise of Skywalker, the difference. Right. So, I don't know if that was intentional because they made a lot of mistakes in the sequels. So, I'm not defending a lot of the choices they made, but that's just kind of something I noticed. But anyways, that was just really cool just to see that the Beskar
Right.
could hold up against the lightsaber, man. Like, that's a lightsaber. Can cut through pretty much everything.
I know, and a lot of people, especially who haven't, like, don't know about, like, the odds against them, are gonna be even more amazed.
Exactly. That was just beautiful. I loved it. And I love that he trusts that Beskar so much that he's just like, don't kill me.
I don't know if he knew that the lightsabers wouldn't cut it, though.
No, I don't think he doesn't really understand how it works. I think
that was just, like, instinct.
Instinct, yeah. But like, that's to show that he just trusts his armor.
Yeah.
You know? Anyways, the last couple things, the Akira Kurosawa inspirations. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
You watch any of Akira's movies or most samurai films, you will see that standoff. The wind is blowing in the back.
Yeah, you did mention that before, that you wanted to see that because, like, when Ahsoka was, like, in, like, the town square and she was just, like, standing there, but there was still the music. And you're like, oh, this would be so much better without music. And then it happened.
Then, like, a few minutes later, it happened. Guys, if you're still watching up until this point, only the real ones watch the reviews. Man. Yeah. So love y'all. But if y'all still watching this, one samurai movie I want you guys to check out. Even if you don't watch the whole movie, there's a fight scene that was very similar. Well, not similar to this, but the tension, and I'll show you after. But the tension was crazy. Watch Harakiri. Watch Harakiri. In that movie, you will see a fight scene where the standoff was just the wind blowing and the grass flailing, and all you hear is the sound of the katanas clanging against each other, and then the wind just blowing. And I love seeing that scene when Ahsoka and the what's her name, Morgan Elsbeth, Elsbeth, were I gotta write these notes down because I would forgot her name.
Yeah, right.
Was facing off each other in her courtyard or whatever, and just the wind and the stare off, and then they take off she takes off her coat, and and then she ignites her lightsaber, and then she taps the javelin into the ground, and that sound, man, I love it.
Speaking of her lightsabers, real quick before we go back into that, I did really enjoy the fact that they played a lot on the lightsabers and, like, the different shots with the lightsabers, like the one where it was just like that was beautiful.
That scene where she was just like. She's grinning. She's like,
she does Master Fisto.
Like, yeah, Master Fisto smile.
But no, man. I did like the fact that they did that because obviously we haven't really seen the lightsabers in Mandalorian.
Exactly.
So it was just playing a lot on, like, the beauty of it, and especially since her lightsabers are very different.
Yes, a very great point, like, that you made.
That not that we've ever seen because we've seen Rebels, but, like, in live action.
Exactly.
So I just thought that was really cool.
It was beautiful. I love seeing that. Amazing. All the people who don't know who Ahsoka is and just saw it for the first time,
go watch Clone Wars.
I'm sorry, like, I'm gonna be watching reactions and people are gonna be like, oh my god, look at her, who is this?
It's a Jedi.
It's a Jedi. Oh, wow, she has
not bashing anybody.
No, we're not bashing anyone. We're not. We're just saying.
Just saying.
We're just saying that is how they are. Oh my gosh, she has 2 lightsabers. I can't fault them, but I do recommend everybody watch it. Just watch it. Watch the Clone Wars. Watch Rebels.
Like, I know, like, animated stuff is not for everybody, but I promise you, Clone Wars brings so much more to Mandalorian.
The fact that people use that as an excuse, though, like, oh, it's animated.
Like, animated,
bro,
there's so many animated shows that are better than live action shows.
Man, their fight was good. I just loved hearing that Beskar go against that lightsaber.
That was a great sound.
It was a great fight.
Yeah.
Great, beautiful fight.
And I like the fact that Mando and the other guy were just outside, like, waiting.
Yeah, right? I kind of wish, though, that they just kept it more on them, though, just to fight. Just to kind of really
I felt like it was very short, and I felt like, obviously, if they kept it just on them, it would have been more, like, the originals, like you were saying. So I felt like it should have.
But then again, too, they're trying to still remind us that, yes, this is still the Mandalorian. We still need to see Jin, but I honestly really think that's it. We're gonna go to the planet Tython, and
go to the Jedi Temple.
And I think that's really all it. I think pretty much.
What are we thinking that Baby Yoda's gonna do? Like, what path was?
I don't know, because, like I said, for marketing reasons, keeping Baby Yoda or Grogu with the Mandalorian is good because it's part of what makes the show great, and them having that bond, and also being able to sell the show to fans and to new fans.
Obviously, everybody knows who Baby Yoda is.
Exactly. So, Baby Yoda has become such a household name around the world, even for non-Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
So, for him leaving to go with Ahsoka would be major. Would be major decision.
I know we were talking about it before because we thought Ahsoka was going to be in this episode. Mm-hmm. So we were saying, you know, I wonder if they're going to go, like, have Baby Yoda go with Ahsoka and then make a spin-off with them. Yeah. But obviously that's not happening, and he's still... We don't know yet. Well, as of right now.
As of right now.
Is obviously they're going to the Jedi Temple, and then they're going to form their path. But what I do wonder is if that... You know, she said, like, maybe a Jedi will reach out. So I'm wondering if there's going to be a new Jedi that reaches out, or if it's going to be someone we know. You want to say something, don't you?
I just got hyped.
You can't say. Do you want me to leave for a second?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Y'all know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about, so that's all I'm gonna say. I can't spoil it for you.
Okay. Well, I was thinking it's something from Rebels, but
yes, but
I was thinking like if it's someone we know, maybe like Ezra or something. Because I don't know if Ezra's alive or something. I don't know. I'm assuming he's gonna be alive by the end of Rebels, but like. That's just my theory.
No comment. I won't say anything. Okay. I can't say anything. Can't say anything.
Well, okay. Well, you can answer this. Do you think it'll be someone we know, or do you think it's going to be a new Jedi that we don't know?
I feel like if it is another Jedi, I feel like it will be very creative for them to bring somebody we don't know. Because I'm more like a younger Jedi. I don't think it'll be Cal, obviously, but like a younger Jedi.
I do love Cal though.
Right. No, like a younger Jedi would be really nice, you know. But I don't know.
A younger Jedi hasn't really gone through the.
No, but it would be. What I mean by younger Jedi, somebody that's kind of like Kanan's age. You know, somebody's like in their like maybe like their 30s, like early 30s, or like late 20s or something. Still. Yeah, that would be cool. She said there is not that much Jedi left.
Right.
There's not that much Jedi left, but there's still tons more Force users. Force users will never go away.
Which I will say, that is one thing about the sequels, like bringing it back when they showed that kid. Yeah. So obviously it shows that there are more Force users than
Force users will never go away. No. Force sensitives will never go away. But the Jedi,
as long as the Force is still there.
Exactly. It's just that the Jedi creed and the Jedi way is dying, which is okay because it needs to change.
It does.
And it needs to be better, you know?
Yeah.
They if they really wanted to, Star Wars could create a whole new type of organization that's not the Jedi. Yeah. Somebody else. But the Jedi is a big part of Star Wars. So I don't think they'll ever truly get rid of it. But
they could like do a new play on like the Jedi Council, I guess. Yeah. And like, you know, this is how the old way did it, but we are not going to do that. Like how the Mandalorians did, you know. We have the one way, but we're going to go back. This one's going to go back to the ancient way.
Yeah, exactly.
So they could do something similar. They could do that too. That would be kind of interesting, that would be dope.
Yeah. The new Republic. It's like, or the Jedi new order. Or, you know.
Or like, it's like Gen Z. Jedi Squad.
Jedi Squad. We out here, yes. Nah, but I loved it. Loved Ahsoka. 10 out of 10. Yes. Dave Filoni, you're amazing. Awesome. Rosario Dawson. Great. Yes. Pedro Pascal, obviously awesome as always. Great episode, man. Yeah. Great tribute to Ahsoka. Great tribute to Clone Wars. Great tribute to Rebels. Great tribute to George Lucas. Loved it. Awesome.
It was very smart having Dave Filoni do it because this is his baby.
That's his baby. That's his baby. He did not disappoint. No. Giving him full creative control over this episode, best decision they've ever done.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like they definitely needed to do that.
No, they needed to.
He was the only one who can properly put Ahsoka into the.
Trust me, I would have not trusted anybody else.
Yeah.
With Ahsoka. Yeah. To be honest, like if Dave wasn't involved at all, like even if he wasn't a producer, it was just like somebody else in charge of it and somebody else directing and writing it. I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah. Like, they could surprise us, but I'm glad that he did have
Mhm.
the creative control, and I feel like he put her in this world very nicely.
And for directing, live action, because like I remember him mentioning in the Mandalorian gallery that this is like one of the first times that he's really working with live action.
Yeah.
So for him to direct the live action episode so well,
Yeah.
because he's normally used to just being inside of a studio room with voice
Right.
actors, and a computer screen with his editors and whatnot.
Right.
So but anyways,
But no.
you have any? Yes, this is your part or my part. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. We don't know yet.
No, I just want to say he did an amazing job, and I will always trust him with Clone Wars stuff.
Mhm.
Like, I trust him with Star Wars in general.
Yeah, I do. I
Like,
do too.
I feel like he can do no wrong in Star Wars because he is just a huge fan of it and a huge geek when it comes to this.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he really can't do any wrong. Like,
Yeah.
Clone Wars was obviously amazing. Rebels is amazing. Everything that he touches turns to gold. So, I think this was a good decision on his
Yeah,
part.
man, I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, my part. Or...
We don't know why we can end it together.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed our thoughts and our comments.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's about it. Make sure you check out his channel if you haven't already.
And make sure you check out her channel if you haven't already. And and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yes.
Bye.
Not yet. Patreon.
Oh, Patreon.
The full reaction in the description. All of our social stuff in the descriptions.
Yep.
Yeah, check us out.
Yep. Sounds good. Bye, y'all.
Bye.